Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video in a series where I choose one clothing brand and we take a good look at lots of details around that brand, like their range, their pricing, their quality, their ethics, and also the pieces that I own from that brand. So in the past I've done this with H&M, Topshop, a few Australian brands as well like Cotton On, Dotti, Glassons. Today we are taking a look at another brand that I'm sure most of you will have heard of, and that is Zara. I hope you enjoy today's video. If you do like the content that I make, please feel free to subscribe. I upload one new video every single week. Zara is a worldwide, very popular fashion retail store. If you haven't shopped there before, you probably have watched a haul video or two from them, or at least heard of them. So Zara's range covers women's and menswear, as well as children's clothing. As a woman, I have the most experience with their women's wear, which covers basics, statement pieces, outerwear, shoes, accessories. They are a high street store, so that gives you an indication of the pricing of these items. The pricing is very comparable to Topshop, so you do get quite a range of pricing depending on the material and the quality of the item. If you're looking at a basic, you could get a t-shirt for, $10, $12, but they do also have much more expensive pieces. Once you get into the coats that are made of nice materials, they start to get into the hundreds. In terms of quality, I have never had any issues with the quality of the pieces that I have from Zara. As you can see, it is quite a small collection, and that's because it's just a little bit pricey. I can't afford it, but I just find my money goes further if I shop somewhere like H&M. Let's talk quickly about their ethics, because I know that is important to a lot of people. So I'm using the Good On You website again. I think I have used the same website in a lot of this series. This article was published in April 2019, so it is about a year old. We're just going to keep that in mind. For every category they've been given and it's a star rating. So for environmental impact, it says Zara has started a program called Closing the Loop, which is where customers can bring back old items and have them recycled in store. They have a goal to reduce emissions by 15% by 2020. This is a goal I think they came up with in 2017 or maybe even earlier, although it does say reports have shown moderate increases in electricity and energy consumption. So remembering this is a year ago, but it looks like they weren't doing very well. Labour conditions, it traces most of its final and second stages of production, and it has some worker empowerment initiatives. However, it made very little progress on payment of a living wage across the supply chain. And then animal welfare, they have a strict ban on fur, angora, and stocking products that are being tested on animals. However, they do use leather and down, and they don't state where it's been sourced. So I'm finding that pretty similar to a lot of the other brands that I've discussed, where they are kind of taking steps in the right direction. I think it's very hard for a brand that focuses on trends to also have really strong ethics. There's definitely more that they can do, but in order for them to actually be more sustainable, they would have to stop bringing in new products all the time. And if your brand focuses on trends, then that's really not possible. The last thing I want to talk about before we get onto the actual pieces is the website. Now, I find Zara's website iconic. It is so different from other clothing websites that I browse. And I think there's something to be said for that in terms of initiative and standing out. And I know a lot of people really love Zara's website. I personally find it really difficult to use. The navigation is fine. You can still search for whatever you're looking for. You can still go to the little drop menu and click on skirts or whatever it is and sort by color, by price. But I just find the pictures really off-putting. I know they have a very particular style and a way of styling items that is unique, but I just find the way that the pictures are taken and the poses that the models are in, I find it hard to gauge what the item actually looks like. I'm gonna try and find you some examples actually. If we take this picture as an example, yes, of course you can click on the item and scroll through the other pictures where it will show the item a little bit clearer. But when you're just kind of scrolling down the page looking for dresses that might interest you or whatever other item that might interest you, and that is the picture that's on show for that item, I really can't tell what the dress is like. I have no idea how short it is. Is it that short just because of the pose she's in, or is it really that short in real life? And I know for a lot of people that will kind of draw them in and make them click on it and make them scroll through the pictures, but for me it just puts me off. I'm like, I can't even tell, I'm not going to bother clicking on it. It's definitely personal opinion, and I understand that lots of people love the website and love the way the pictures are taken, but because it doesn't work for me, that's fine. I'm still going to shop at Zara, but I just shop in store, and I don't really use their website very often. Anyway, time to move on to my favorite part of the video, which is where I show you the items that I have from Zara. What I noticed actually when I was pulling all these items out and putting them all in one place is that there's no basics here. These are all what I would consider statement pieces in my wardrobe. So for example, the color of these trousers would be my statement piece for the outfit, and then I would find something a bit more neutral, something quite toned down to wear on top. Actually, these items all pair very nicely together. Even though I consider them all statement pieces, I would happily wear the shirt with the trousers and then the coat over top. But I just think it's interesting that everything that I have from Zara is a bit of a statement. I think it's just that price range where I don't want to be buying basics from them. Yes, they do basics, and yes, their basics are affordable, but I think what they do best is their special pieces with a really cool pattern or a really cool design on them. Anyway, let's start from the front. So I have this white, very lightweight shirt. This is probably the least statement piece out of the ones that I own, but it's still very different from a normal t-shirt. It has a beautiful laser cut detail all the way through, which makes it really nice and breezy in summer. It is a relaxed fit. It has almost like this drop shoulder and then a slight cropped effect. It's not too short that it's going to show lots of skin, but it also kind of goes really nicely with high-waisted items. But adding to the relaxed feel is the fact that it's not exactly a raw hem, because it doesn't have the little threads hanging off it like a raw hem pair of jeans would, but it hasn't been hemmed at the bottom. So I guess technically that is what a raw hem is. Hopefully you can see there the material just stops. This for me is the perfect summer top because it's just so lightweight, so airy and breezy. And also the white colour means it's not going to attract the sun too much and means it's going to pair with everything. And I love the length of it, perfect for tucking in or just leaving out because of its nice cropped length. I believe this was around $30, which is a little pricey for just a white t-shirt, but I felt this one was different enough and special enough to warrant a slightly higher price point. Next up we have Jonathan's favourite thing in my entire wardrobe, I'm pretty sure. So this is my button-up shirt with faces on it, but not like in-your-face faces, just kind of little dainty line print faces. So this again has a very slightly cropped length. It is longer than the white shirt that I just showed you, but it is shorter than a regular collared shirt would be. It is just the right length that you can kind of tuck the top of it into a pair of jeans or something high-waisted, but there's not a whole lot of excess material that you need to tuck in. The sleeves are like 3/4 length, but again, they really relaxed and they have this kind of batwing effect to them. And then just on the sides, we have a bit of an elasticated waist, which really helps to give you a bit of shape. Because it doesn't go all the way around the back, it's really not noticeable at all. I think this shirt is really something special. I do not own a white button-up shirt because I just find them so boring, but something like this is what I would wear in its place. So if I did have to go and do a job interview or, you know, parent-teacher interviews, I'd be very likely to choose this shirt. And I think this was around $50, so again, like a little more than I would want to be spending on a regular shirt, but I just could not go past this. The print, fit, and the shape, it's just perfect. Exactly what I would want in a shirt, and interesting as well. Next up, we have my trousers. These are very high-waisted. I love the high waist on these. They have a very thick belt, which again, I just think it's beautiful. And it does up with this O-ring, which I think just looks so chic, and it's all in the same fabric and the same color as the trousers themselves. The length of these and the shape of them is so flattering on me. If you have bigger thighs and a bigger bum, but then a smaller waist, which is always my problem when I'm trying to find trousers and jeans that fit me properly, these are perfect because they really do come in very tight at the waist, but then they are nice and not too loose, but loose enough that there's enough space around the hips and thigh area. Really lovely and flattering, and the length is also not too long on me, which is amazing. And then to do them up, they have the zip and then also the little hooks. Obviously in this very bright mustardy orange color, which actually I found surprisingly easy to fit into my wardrobe. I can't remember the exact price of these. I'm pretty sure from memory they were around $70. And then we have my newest purchase from Zara, which unfortunately still has the tag on. It's not because I'm not going to wear it, it's because it's still too warm for a coat here in New Zealand. It's almost coat weather. I almost wore one the other day and then I didn't, and it was cold all day. But since then we've had lovely, beautiful, sunny weather. So I'm thinking in the next couple of weeks this will get its first outing. But this is, oh, do I want to say it's my favorite, or is it just my favorite because it's the newest? I'm not sure, but I absolutely love this. Cannot wait to wear it. I mean, look at it. It's going to go with everything, literally everything, because it's black and white, but at the same time, it's patterned. It's absolutely beautiful. So whatever I wear it with, whether it's a really simple outfit, this is going to give it a bit of a pattern, something really special to look at. Oh, I just am in love. So this, I can actually tell you the price because the tag is still on. This was $179. So there we go, we're getting into the hundreds with this piece, and this was not even the most expensive coat that I even tried on the day that I bought this. By the way, I have done a come shopping with me video where I actually went to Zara and tried on a whole bunch of stuff and talked about them and showed you the prices and stuff. So if you haven't seen that, I will link it up here. I love those types of videos because it means that I can show you lots of pieces that I'm not necessarily buying and things that I don't have to spend money on in order to show you. I'm really looking forward to doing some more of those types of videos once it's safe to go shopping again. This is like a knee-length coat, so it's not too short but also not too long. I really do like the length. I think it's a really classy length to wear with a dress in particular. This is an unlined coat, but it is a really thick material. 18% wool, so although it's not a huge percentage, 18% wool is still going to do a pretty good job at keeping you warm. Hopefully, I will let you know once I'm able to start wearing it. On the back, it has this little split, which I just think is going to give it the most beautiful movement. And then these lovely big pockets on each side, which I haven't actually unstitched yet, so I need to do that before I start wearing it. But yes, I'm so excited. I think that this is the most beautiful, special coat. I can't believe I forgot to mention this dress in the video, but I do also have the dress from Zara, which everyone was talking about a year, maybe 2 years ago. So it is a black and white spotted maxi dress, probably midi on most people, maxi on me, with 3/4 sleeves, and I think this was around $130. I definitely do get quite a lot of use out of it though. It's pretty trans-seasonal. I can, you know, throw a jumper on over it or just wear it with a pair of sandals by itself. So I am finding myself, you know, reaching for it regardless of what the weather is like. I'll pop it on so you can see what it looks like a bit better, but I cannot believe that I forgot to mention this in my video. And that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy hearing my thoughts on Zara and my thoughts on the pieces that I own from them. Let me know if there are any other brands you'd like me to do this style of video with, but otherwise, thank you for watching and I will see you again next time. Bye!